Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for the Men of Yoshiwara, Kikuya, or Gyakuten Yoshiwara. We are on chapter 13, You're My Treasure, and let's get started. Together with my mother, I was on my way to visit the patrol supervisor. When we'd arrived, the sun had set and the day was becoming night. Even if you say that, I can't. Have you forgotten how indebted you are to me? That has nothing to do with this. My daughter hasn't done anything, and that courtesan named Hayabusa is innocent. If people hear that you've arrested an innocent courtesan, it'll sully your reputation. Give me a break. That courtesan ran off with the daughter of a wealthy merchant from this area. He told us to capture anyone involved with the case. Isn't that your job to do something about that? If I hadn't saved you back then, you and your husband would have failed to elope, and your life would have been completely different. Don't you bring that up! What if someone hears you? Long ago, my mother acted as a mediator for the patrol supervisor and a courtesan. If it weren't for my mother, they might have run away as well. After that, the two of them talked for a long time. Oh, all right. I'll do something about it. I knew I could rely on you. No one had snitched on us. Apparently, they'd heard Kikuya's apprentice courtesans gossiping about it. Thanks to my mother's help, Hayato was released safely. After he was released, my mother and I waited at Kikuya. We're back. Iroha brought Hayato back to Kikuya. Hayato! Hayato! I was overjoyed and called out his name. Misao. Hayato looked relieved and smiled at me. He started walking towards me. I was so happy I wanted to jump right into his arms right away. Hayato stopped in front of us and bowed his head. Thank you very much. I heard that you'd mediated the negotiations for me. Thanks to you, Misao and I can... Stop right there! I don't need you to thank me. It's only natural that I help out my daughter's lover. Even more so if it's for you, Hayato. You're so embarrassing, Mom. I tugged on her sleeve lightly. She snorted and Hayato raised his head. Right at that moment, Kikuya's second floor started getting noisy. I could hear a number of footsteps running down the stairs. Hayabusa's innocent and has been set free? Tokiwa, don't walk in front of me. Shut up! Now's not the time for that. You're the one who should shut up, Tokiwa. You're so rude for a courtesan. You ran in front of me as well. Oh, you're here too, Miss Misao. How do you feel? It's too noisy around here. Everyone, I'm so sorry for causing all this trouble. You don't have to worry about it. It wasn't any trouble at all. Maybe for you, but Kagura had to do a lot of work. I never thought of it as troubling. Whoa, you were here, Kagura. Oh, sorry. You don't have to glare at me, do you? I'm not glaring. Oh, I see. Everything's been cleared up now, so we can rest assured. I'm indebted to you. I didn't do a thing. You should be thankful to Kagura. Kagero, I haven't done anything either. Try not to speak out of place so much. Either way, everyone go back to work. Hayabusa isn't going to run away or hide from us. After hearing Iroha's words, everyone reluctantly left the room. Iroha turned around and Hayato was bowing his head deeply. That night, Hayato and I were together once again. But I never expected it to end like this. Yeah, me either. It's unreal that I've been crying while sewing together a good luck charm. Oh, I just remembered. The good luck charm I'd made was here in my hand. Misao? No, it's nothing. I didn't need it anymore. Shaking my head, I started to smile. Don't brush it off. I thought I heard you say something about a good luck charm. Yeah, I did. I'd made one, but now that you're free, I was thinking that I don't need it anymore. Did you make it for me? Yes, that was the only thing I could think to do for you. Are you talking about this? Huh? He dangled a shoddy good luck charm in front of me. You pickpocket. Oh, the one from your childhood. It was the one I'd made him as a child. You still have that? I could never throw this away. I narrowly escaped death thanks to this thing. You're exaggerating. I'd heard the illness you'd had goes away after 3 days. But some people had died. I could have been one of them. Then it was useful? Then my good luck charm was useful? Yeah, it was. Your good luck charm saved my life. No, that's not right. You saved my life. Hayato held the old charm in his hand. I never thought he would have cherished it this much. But this one's almost worn out. Maybe I'll store it in a drawer. I was just thinking about how I wanted a new good luck charm. Huh? Really? Yeah, it just came to me right now. Oh, Hayato. You'll give it to me, right? I wouldn't want to waste it. Okay. I took out the new good luck charm and placed it in Hayato's hand. The two charms were side by side. The one I'd made as a kid was falling apart, just as Hayato said. Thanks, Misao. I'll take good care of both of them. You don't have to, you know. I can make you as many as you want. Each of them is special. Every little thing you give me is like a treasure to me. Slowly, Hayato took his hand with the charms and placed it over mine. Oh. He then pulled me closer and hugged me. I was surprised by his sudden actions and looked up at his face. Soon after, he kissed me. Ugh. He pressed his soft lips against mine roughly. He changed his angle, and it was like he was devouring my lips as they mingled together. Ugh, Misao. Softly and sweetly, his lips called my name. His hot, wet tongue pushed between my teeth. My chest started to clench in pain. I was reminded of the flavor from the comfort candies. He parted my lips and placed a sweet candy in my mouth. Even though his tongue wasn't the least bit sweet, it felt like his tongue was melting me. I felt a little afraid. In that moment, I clung to him. Eee! I looked around and realized that I was looking up at the ceiling. Let's see. I could see Hayato looking down at me. Misao, are you all right? I never knew how sensational Hayato was. His strong, glinting eyes were filling with passion. It might have been because of the saliva, but they were very captivating. The skin showing from his unraveled kimono was as white as a light-in-the-dark room. It was alluring and captured my eye. Even if you ask me that. Okay, then I won't ask. He kissed my neck softly. At the same time, he skillfully slipped his hand into my blouse. Hayato! It tickles! Hayato slid his hand over my bare skin, and my body writhed in pleasure. I'll tell you something worth your while. What? Places that tickle you are usually the places you're the most sensitive. No, you jerk! It's true, Misao. I'll make it feel good, in no time. I tried to argue with him, but my mouth was sealed shut once again. My body twisted and turned because of the tickling feeling. Hayato's hand slid across my body. It felt like I was getting hotter, as if my body was on fire. He was right. My ticklish spots felt so good. Good girl. He spoke in his usual gentle voice, though it was tinged with a bit of impurity. Will you devote yourself to me? I don't want to give you to anyone else. I don't want anyone else to see you like this. Misao, I love you. Hayato. Just thinking about you makes my chest burst with passion. I don't want to leave you ever again. Yeah, me either. Hayato hugged me tightly. He buried himself deep within my waist. On this night, I learned the joy of becoming Hayato's one and only lover. And we're saving. Things are getting a little steamy. I don't know if I can say everything they're going to say. The last chapter, Wedding Ceremony. After the first time we slept together, I brought my cheek over to his bare chest as he held me in his arms. Are you asleep? No, I'm just lying here. My body and mind both felt satisfied, and yet, I felt something uneasy in my chest. What's wrong? You were smiling a second ago, but now you look so sad. I look sad? Yeah, it looks like you're brooding over some depressing thoughts. I'm sorry for changing mood so abruptly. I wonder what's wrong with me. I lay on his arm, and he used the other one to gently rub my back. Are you not satisfied with me? Of course I am! If not, then could you explain why you're making that sad face? I don't think I can explain it very well. Oh. I'm so happy right now, and I can't help but feel anxious. Maybe it's not anxiety, but guilt. I'm sure the runaways' families are still grieving even now. Hayato, is it all right that I'm the only one who's happy? We stare into each other's eyes as we lay beside each other. Hayato smiled at me with even kinder eyes than usual. Misao, what had the couple said to you when you'd helped them? Huh? You told me before at the end. Oh, I remember the words they told me when they'd held my hand firmly. They told me to find someone I loved and to be happy with them. Exactly. That means it's all right for you to be happy. It had been their parting wish to you. Not to mention, I should be thankful to those two, too. Why? I'd made up my mind to meet you after my contract ended, but we'd been reunited early. Plus, we were able to convey our feelings for each other like this. He pulled me closer to him. The warmth of our bodies wrapped around me and brought me happiness. Those valuable treasures were meant to help you find love and happiness. That's why those two wanted you to use the money to fulfill your true desires. Oh, but I told you not to use them, so I guess this might be a bit confusing. Hayato started to chuckle. His chest trembled, and I could feel his hot breath on my hair. I'm thankful to them, too. It's thanks to them that I'm here with you now. Yeah, you're right. Let's find happiness together. Okay. Neither of us wanted to let go of each other. Our bodies fit each other's nicely. We didn't leave each other's side even for a moment. A few months later, it was a bright and promising day. Today was the day we were to be wed. I'm so happy for you. I can't believe my son is coming home this quickly. I could hear our mothers' voices. Hayato joyfully held onto my ring. I'll bring you happiness, no matter what. We'll never spend time apart, and we'll never leave each other's side. Yes, I will never leave your side, Hayato. He slowly slid the ring on my left ring finger. I could feel the cold, hard ring as well as Hayato's soft hand. If you do that carefully, it'll tickle. I spoke to Hayato in a soft voice, and his eyes sparkled. He slowly brought his lips to my ear in front of everyone. Haven't I told you? Your ticklish spots are the most sensitive places. I'll be sure to bring pleasure to your finger all night long. I think she might want more than just her finger to be pleasured. Hayato! On their wedding night, you know? I shouted without thinking and covered my mouth in panic. Try to stay calm while you're wearing your white dress, okay? I couldn't say anything as Hayato looked at me mischievously. I simply puckered my lips upward and kissed him. Everyone at the ceremony cheered for us loudly. How nice it must be to still be young. At those words, everyone around us started radiating joy. One more thing, Misao. Maybe you should come up with an endearing nickname for me. We are a married couple now, after all. Then... You can't use Haybusa. Okay. How about Haya? Well, I guess you can just stick to calling me by that name. Okay, Hayato. I'd used the valuable items I'd received from the runaway couple to pay off Hayato's debts. He was so hardworking and his contract was almost up. He'd made it to the end. We hadn't just received their valuables, they'd given us their blessing as well. I hoped for the two of them to find happiness on the mainland as well. I wished that all our feelings would never change, and I wished that we would all find eternal happiness. Sequel/date scenario now available. Okay. Huh. Alright, well that was 2 chapters, I believe, so that should be enough for one video. The next video we will do his sequel chapter and date scenario, which I guess will be our last video with him, but we only got likability 73%, so actually there may be another video, because I'll have to look up a guide, I guess, to figure out how to get his perfect happy ending, because there's like a super happy ending, and I don't think that was it. It might have been, I don't know, I gotta look it up and see what's going on with this game exactly, because, you know, there's all these endings. Well, I don't know how many endings there are, but there's all these different guys, and I don't want to hold people up and all, make you guys wait too long between episodes. I usually like to do 1 episode a day, and I don't want to skip between guys. I want to finish each guy in turn. So before I move on to anybody else, I'd like to finish everything up with Hayabusa / Hayato. So I hope you stick around and see some of those other videos with him, or, you know, check out some of my past videos, or other different kinds of videos that I'm uploading. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show your support too. Thanks so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.